Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Monday, March 30th. We have all you need to know about charges against a local teacher, as well as the latest on the groundbreaking of a new student housing development.
We also have more on the ongoing partial government shutdown, along with sports, entertainment, weather, and an interview. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kaitlyn Pfiefer.
And I'm Alicia Ernst. A federal immigration arrest in College Township is raising questions about local police involvement. ICE agents detained a man on East College Avenue Wednesday morning as he was on his way to a court hearing in Bellefonte. The Center County Rapid Response Network reported masked, plainclothed agents in 5 unmarked vehicles carried out the arrest. State College police say they had no prior knowledge of the operation and did not participate. It is at least the second time in a month that ICE has arrested someone en route to Center County court proceeding.
Former State College area preschool teacher Janelle Bobb has been sentenced to 8 to 23 and a half months in jail after pleading no contest to felony child endangerment. Prosecutors say video showed Bobb grabbing 5 boys, all aged 3 or younger, by the face and head on multiple occasions, using force that exceeded disciplinary standards. The incidents took place at Building Bridges School for Early Learning. Bobb is scheduled to report to the Center County Correctional Facility on Tuesday and will serve 18 months of probation following her release.
Officials broke ground this week on a new student housing development in State College. The Retreat along Westerly Parkway is Landmark Properties' 5th project in the area. The development will offer over 500 beds across 142 units, a mix of townhomes and garden-style buildings. Amenities will include a resort-style pool, pickleball court, sauna, and a jumbotron. State College Mayor Ezra Naines says more housing is needed as the community and Penn State population continue to grow. The retreat is expected to be completed sometime in 2027.
Penn State University Libraries has launched a new off-campus borrowing and return service for users in the State College area. This service is based at Library Annex 2 of Research Drive near the CATA bus stop depot, offering weekday pickup of requested materials. A 24-hour book return bin is also available outside the building. University officials say the location provides easier access for students, staff, and community members who may find on-campus libraries less convenient. Pickup hours vary throughout the week, and users must present a valid Penn State ID or borrow card to check out materials. What kind of weather can students expect for the week? Student meteorologist Filippo Formica is live in the studio with this week's forecast. Filippo?
Thanks, Kaitlyn. They say April showers bring May flowers, and we're kicking off April this week in that exact way. Right now, the Penn State golf course is showcasing some cloud cover in the area, but still a little bit of light out, and that's some good news now that we're past 7 o'clock sunsets here in State College. 66 degrees right now with those overcast skies. Dew point at 46. It did feel a bit sticky out there today. Our humidity is starting to increase as we get into spring. Right now, some showers moving across northern Pennsylvania and other areas of northern New England. That's part of a larger scale system that could bring some severe weather farther out to the west, but we don't have those concerns yet here in State College. Right now across the Northeast, 60s and 70s, especially in the Ohio River Valley, but some 50s hanging tough across areas of northern New England and into Maine. And we'll expect these warmer conditions to continue to infiltrate the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Some showers expected overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And as you're getting out there for maybe a 9 a.m. class, could see some showers as well. So keep an umbrella or a rain jacket handy. Those those will eventually start to clear out of the Commonwealth, but we are expecting another round of showers as we go throughout the rest of the day on Tuesday. This is the time frame to remain weather aware. It's around 8 o'clock tomorrow night where we could see some showers and downpours, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder as we go throughout the evening. Showers persist overnight into Wednesday morning, and we could even see another round of showers and thunderstorms moving in for Wednesday evening as we start to get into April. No fools here, some more showers and thunderstorms on the way. We will start to clear out some of the heaviest rain by Thursday as we get towards the end of this week, but that does come with a bit of a temperature drop alongside a cold front. So for tonight, 59 degrees, showers early with a southwesterly wind at 10 miles an hour. As we go into the day tomorrow, we are going to keep the warmth in town for the last day of March. 76 degrees, but cloudy skies with a southwesterly wind at 14 miles an hour. That's really helping out, keeping this abnormal warmth in place across the Commonwealth, And we're going to be seeing that persist across much of the weekend as well, but a little blip on the radar on Thursday, 59 degrees, some afternoon showers there, but back into the 70s, even closing in on 80 by Saturday as we go into the latter half of the weekend. Some more rain showers as we begin the first weekend of April. Kaitlyn, back to you.
Thanks, Filippo. Now over to Sarah with the latest in sports.
Thanks, Kaitlyn. I'm Sarah Nassif with your sports update. The three-time national champion Penn State Lionettes announced their new signing class this week, including its first ever male signee. Braden Gray joins the program from Pittsburgh after dancing for Intensity Dance Academy. He auditioned earlier this year, but recently received his official offer. Gray has already been welcomed in by his new family of Lionettes and says he hopes his presence encourages others to pursue opportunities that may not seem traditional. After a heartbreaking 3-1 loss to Minnesota Duluth in the first round of the NCAA tournament, Penn State men's hockey season has come to an end. With the end of the season comes some big decisions. Gavin McKenna is projected to go number 1 in the upcoming draft and likely to lead the team. It was announced earlier today, goaltender Kevin Riddler and forward Matt DeMarsico have signed 2-year entry-level contracts with the Ottawa Senators and Colorado Avalanche, respectively. But some good news comes as freshman defenseman Jackson Smith is set to return to Happy Valley. Smith, Penn State's first ever first-round draft pick, stated, quote, "This place means so much to me after 1 year, I can only imagine it after 2. Penn State baseball is currently 3-6 in Big Ten play, but a new student section could help with their momentum. Reporter Derek Cervalero is live in the studio now with more.
Thanks, Sarah. Last week, I was able to attend a baseball game with Penn State Athletics' newest student section, Section 814. Let's take a look.
It's a new baseball season, but it's also the inaugural season of the official Penn State baseball student section, Section 814. I was able to speak with Section 814 founder and president, Phil Latinsky, and also I was able to speak with players and coaches to get their reaction.
Section 814 is the newest student section in Penn State Athletics, and they are in full swing. Officially established only about a month before the first home game of the season, turnout is already very strong.
What motivated me to create Section 814 is to make a great experience. You'll see everybody here, especially with the song playing in the background, Paparazzi. Everyone goes crazy for it every time Bryce Molinaro walks up the plate. But we just need this atmosphere to help this baseball team get momentum.
It's not just students who are excited for Section 814. Players and coaches are looking forward to a season with the section as well, with Coach Gambino calling it a program changer.
That group's electric, isn't it? Yeah. And as that continues to grow and build, it's pretty cool. The guys love it. We all get excited about it. As we are trying to build what we think can turn into a championship caliber baseball program, we need the support of students and fans. It is program changing.
Yeah, I mean, Section 814, as you can tell, gets into the game. So having them there definitely rallies the other team, but gets us fired up. So love having them, and not only them, everyone else that comes to the game. They're always into it, and it's just something special to watch.
Though it is only the inaugural season for Section 814, the hope is that it will be the first step in creating a strong baseball program here at Penn State. You can find Section 814 on their official TikTok at Section 814_PSU and on their Instagram at Section 814_. And you can join them for Dollar Dog Night this Wednesday with first pitch being at 5:30 p.m. For Penn State Network News, I am Derek Cervalero.
For game times and information, you can visit gopsusports.com/sports/baseball or visit their Instagram and X accounts at the handle Penn State Base. Back to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Derek. The Frozen Four has been set. Michigan, Denver, North Dakota, and Wisconsin are all bound for Las Vegas after winning each of their regionals this week. Wisconsin and North Dakota return to the Frozen Four for the first time in over a decade, while Michigan seeks its 10th national title and Denver seeks its 11th. Denver is set to face Michigan in semifinal Game 1 and Wisconsin to face North Dakota on April 9th. Across the world of sports, another Final Four has been set in the world of basketball. As if March couldn't get any crazier, more brackets have been bust as number 1 Duke fell to UConn 72-73 in the Elite Eight Sunday night. UConn now joins Illinois, Michigan, and Arizona as the teams that will travel to Indianapolis for the Final Four on Saturday. The 2 number 1 seeds out of Arizona and Michigan will compete for a spot in the national championship, while the underdogs, number 2 UConn and number 3 Illinois, will compete in Game 2. This is the first time the Big Ten Conference has seen 2 teams in the Final Four since 2005. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Nikolai Wagner has the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with David Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So in sync, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss. Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment. We are Red Carpet News.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Nikolai Wagner with your entertainment update. The annual Penn State Music Festival known as Movin' On has announced its lineup for this year's event. Movin' On is meant to be a celebration of the end of the year and has taken place for over 50 years. This year, the event will be headlined by Swedish singer and songwriter Zara Larsson, known for hits like Lush Life and Never Forget You. Other acts of the festival include Dare, That Mexican OT, and Slater. The Battle of the Bands, taking place on Tuesday, will decide the opening act to the event. The music festival will take place on May 1st at Penn State's IM Fields. This Friday, a Pink Floyd tribute band known as The Machine is set to take center stage. The Machine is one of the oldest Pink Floyd tribute bands. The group formed back in 1988 and has been performing regularly ever since. The New York-based quartet are known for performing a diverse mix of Pink Floyd's 15 albums. They are set to perform renditions of popular songs as well as the more obscure ones. The tribute band will be performing Friday at 8 in the State Theater. Speaking of music, reporter Jocelyn Bilker is live in the studio now to talk about a special ensemble at Penn State.
Thanks, Nikolai. Music may be silenced in parts of the world, but here at Penn State, one family is making sure their culture continues to be heard. Let's take a look. Music has been banned in Afghanistan under Taliban rule, but one family of musicians is keeping their traditions alive right here at Penn State.
For the Fanus Ensemble, music is more than a performance. It's preservation. The Center for Performing Arts and Student Affairs at Penn State held their annual Joyful event, which combined a meal with a musical performance. Now based in the United States, the Fanus family is using their platform to share a culture that can't be freely expressed back home.
I think one of the things that really stands out for me is during the presentation, they talked about how this transcends religion, it transcends culture, it transcends all the things that kind of divide us as a society. And instead, it's just about celebrating a beautiful time of the year, time of, blooming and just refreshing of society. And I think that that's really important, especially at a time when it's a very divisive environment. I think it's really, really important to look for those moments of regeneration and beauty.
The night combines live music, cultural education, and food featuring traditional Afghan cuisine. Attendees also learned about Nowruz, the Persian New Year.
I think having celebrations like this, having the ability to share the food and the music and the culture, it really brings us closer together as a community, and I'm really excited that we're able to share that.
Organizers say the goal is to create a space where students can connect through shared experiences.
The tagline for the Joyful is savor the culture. So that kind of gives you the hint that, it is a combination of both culture, which in this case is delivered by the performing arts, and the food.
From traditional ghazals to folk songs, the Fanus Ensemble blends Persian poetry, Hindustani rhythms, and Western influences. Events like this don't just showcase culture, they help preserve it, especially for communities that can no longer freely express it at home.
In a space filled with music, food, and plenty of conversations, one thing's for sure: culture can't be silenced. Reporting for Penn State Network News, I'm Jocelyn Bilker. Event organizers say they hope to continue hosting similar programs that bring together food, culture, and community for students on campus. Back to you, Nikolai.
Thanks, Jocelyn. In national news, OpenAI has announced they are shutting down their video generation app, Sora, after launching the app just 6 months ago. The app went viral when it first launched due to its ability to make realistic-looking videos, with these realistic videos spreading all over social media. The company behind Sora has not yet said why they are choosing to shut down Sora. This decision has also led Disney to pull away from their planned $1 billion investment in OpenAI. This agreement would have allowed Disney IP to be used legally on the Sora app. This move to shut down Sora puts into question the future of AI-generated video content. HBO Max has released a trailer for their new Harry Potter television show. Each season will be a different book, with the first season covering the first book, The Philosopher's Stone. The trailer provided us the first look at the new leads, with Dominic McLaughlin as Harry Potter, Arabella Stanton as Hermione Granger, and Alistair Stout as Ron Weasley. The trailer also showed the first appearances for other notable characters like Ms. Frost as Hagrid and John Lithgow as Albus Dumbledore. The first season of the Harry Potter reboot will launch this December. That's all for your entertainment update. Coming up next, interview anchor Mia Tricarico will be speaking with Alexander Castelli, NASA's Marshall Space intern. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
All of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Ready, mics? 3, 2, fade in on 2, mic and cue.
This isn't any talk.
I would say spring.
Slow down.
When he knew that, how do you say
I know.
she like continues to hold her values and everything
Yeah.
though, and I think that that's really important. So yeah, and self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed.
It's
Yeah.
hard to say.
Bye.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart,
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts
creators
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before, so welcome to the family.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with Aiden Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kip.
So in sync, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
A natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
I've been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
Of Asking Penn State,
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Mia Tricarico. Tonight, I'm joined by NASA's Marshall Space intern, Alexander Castelli. Alexander, thank you so much for speaking with me tonight.
Thank you so much, Mia, for having me. It's an honor to be here. It's really cool to be in a very different place like this, but I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Of course, it's a pleasure to have you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a senior finishing up these final months at Penn State. Let's rewind to pre-college. What made you want to pursue electrical engineering?
So I think what made me want to pursue it was I was actually getting really good at math, and I actually really enjoyed math a lot compared to like English. Like I didn't really like it too much, but I remember over the summer, I actually took apart a keyboard and I got to see, you know, the components inside of it and, you know, the circuit and all of that. Wow. So when I opened it up and I started like tinkering with it and stuff like that, that was like the first time I was like, oh, I really like this stuff. So I almost kind of like took a chance with electrical engineering, but I knew I liked electronics a lot. So that's what I knew, what I kind of wanted to do.
That's super impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And so what type of opportunities has Penn State offered you throughout your time here?
So I think Penn State has really prepared me in, I guess, the academic sense. I learned a lot of stuff over the years. A lot of math, a lot of like technology and working with circuits and stuff like that, but also working in a team. I'm also in Nittany Motorsports Club, and we're basically in charge of, you know, making a race car. So I'm always like, I would always work with like different people, and like we'd always meet and stuff like that, just to make sure everything's going together. Stuff like that, it's brought me like a lot of experience, and it helped me prepare me for my internship.
Yeah, so you took those aspects you learned at Penn State and applied them here at NASA. So interning at NASA is a huge feat. I hear you even got to meet the astronauts from Expedition 72 on their extended mission. What was that experience like for you?
It was really awesome. Usually NASA has like a bunch of events that they have for the interns. And luckily, I was there at the right time, and I got to see the Expedition 72 astronauts. And basically, it was almost like they were like up on stage, and there's like all the people that worked at Marshall were there. And it was basically like a Q&A. They showed like a video of their time up there, and, you know, their experiences and stuff like that. And it was really touching. Like the video was very wholesome, and they were really awesome people. I got to get a picture with them. It was a good time. I had a blast meeting them.
Yeah, I can't even imagine being in the same room as them. Like that's just absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. And I know Marshall is famous for many things, like its work with Saturn V. Did you have a moment at Marshall where you were like, pinch me, I'm actually at NASA?
I think the defining moment when I was like, wow, like this is crazy what I'm doing right now. I think maybe like a month before, they have a Zoom meeting where, they have all the interns and letting them know what they have to do before, they start work over there. And they gave us the statistic. It was 178,000 people applied, to the summer internships that year, and they only accepted 1,000 people, and it was across all 50 states. So I was like genuinely like amazed, and I'm like that is a crazy statistic. So that was really like a pinch me moment. But also when we finally got to meet everyone, like all the interns, and to gather for a group photo for the summer session, just being with all those types of people, around the country, the smartest people, people that have different backgrounds and stories, different experiences. It was truly amazing. It was a blessing to be there.
That's amazing to hear. That's a huge accomplishment. And moving on a bit, I hear there's a massive debate right now if the future of space belongs to government agencies like NASA or more private billionaires like Elon Musk and Bezos. Being at Marshall, how do you feel about this?
I think it's not like replacing each other. I feel like it's more of a collaboration. So I think what people don't see a lot is we actually collaborate with Blue Origin and SpaceX and all the other companies. For example, in the Artemis 3 mission that will be coming up, we're going to be landing people back on the moon. And SpaceX is actually in charge of making the moon lander, for the astronauts to land safely on the moon. So we're all working closely with each other. And like, I know some people that are working on like HLS, like thermal testing and stuff like that. HLS is Human Landing System.
Thank you.
So they're working closely with like SpaceX engineers. So it's really just a collaboration. I think the future of space is good with collaboration. NASA really like lays the foundation for like all the ideas and stuff like that. And SpaceX and Blue Origin, they really make the process efficient.
Yeah, that's a bit of reassuring to hear that it's not really a competition, more so a collaboration, so we could start progressing more fast.
Yeah.
So electrical engineering, as we know, it's notoriously one of the hardest majors here at Penn State. So how do you balance schoolwork, the job search, and just enjoying college?
Honestly, if I'm being honest, it's really tough sometimes. There's a lot of times where, I got to do homework and stuff like that. And it could be like really nice outside and everyone's just like hanging out and stuff like that. But, there's a time and place for that stuff. So I think over the years, it was a lot harder. Like when I was a freshman, it was a lot harder to balance that time. But I think as time went on, I kind of learned how to like study better and stuff like that. And what made me more efficient and in studying and doing homework and stuff like that. So as I got better with that, it made it a lot easier to manage time. So I think that's really the big emphasis right there.
Time management is huge. It's all about finding a fine balance.
Yeah.
Alexander, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for telling us about your experience with NASA. Now stick around, because coming up next, Alicia and Kaitlyn will have the latest news from across the nation.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Borzillo, here with Aiden Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So insane, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News.
As of today, the partial government shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security marks the longest in U.S. history. President Trump did sign an executive order to pay TSA employees after Congress failed to reach a deal on Homeland Security funding. The Senate passed a bill early Friday to fund TSA and most of the department, but not Immigration and Customs Enforcement or Border Patrol. House Speaker Mike Johnson rejected that bill, calling it a, quote, joke. The White House says money for TSA paychecks will come from last year's tax cut law. TSA workers had gone more than 40 days without pay, with call-out rates topping 40% at some airports, leading to hours-long security lines across the country.
The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating a close call between a United Airlines flight and a military Black Hawk helicopter near John Wayne Airport in Southern California. Officials say the incident happened Tuesday night when the helicopter crossed into the path of the passenger jet during the final approach. The plane, carrying 162 passengers and 6 crew members, received a collision alert and leveled off, coming within about 500 feet vertically of the helicopter. The FAA is reviewing whether new safety rules requiring radar-based separation between aircrafts were followed.
The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating a helicopter crash off the coast of Kauai, Hawaii, that left 3 people dead. The helicopter, operated by Airborne Aviation, was carrying 1 pilot and 4 passengers when it went down Thursday afternoon near Kalalau Beach on the remote Nepali coast. 2 of the victims have been identified as Margaret Rimler and Patrick Haskell of Massachusetts. 2 others were injured. Campers on the beach attempted to help the victims before rescue teams arrived. And it's the latest in a long string of deadly helicopter crashes in Hawaii. At least 16 people have died in such accidents over the past 7 years.
Golf legend Tiger Woods has been released on bail after being arrested in suspicion of driving under the influence following a crash in Florida. Authorities say Woods was driving at high speeds on a residential road when his SUV clipped a truck and rolled over onto its side. Officials reported signs of impairment. Though a breath test revealed no alcohol, Woods refused a urine test. No injuries were reported, and investigators believe medication or drugs may have been a factor. Woods was held for several hours before posting bail as the investigation continues. Now over to Emma with the latest in international news.
Thanks, Kaitlyn. I'm Emma Goldkoff with your international news update. The Iran war is entering its 2nd month, and the head of the Catholic Church is continuously criticizing it. Yesterday on Palm Sunday, Pope Leo called the conflict atrocious and has repeatedly called for a ceasefire. He has not specifically named any world leaders, but some U.S. officials have used Christian language to justify strikes made on Iran. Leo says God rejects the prayers of leaders who start wars and have, quote, hands full of blood. The Pope is known for choosing his words carefully. Now to France, where an investigation has been opened in connection with a suspected foiled bomb attack at the Bank of America's Paris headquarters. 3 people have been arrested after an initial suspect placed a device filled with liquid, possibly fuel, and an ignition system close to the bank. France's interior minister says the attack could be linked to the U.S.-Israel war on Iran. He said there are, quote, a number of Iranian services that are likely to carry out actions such as these through proxies, end quote. The Iranian embassy in France has not responded to these remarks. That's all for your international news update. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emma. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.